TV, TV. This is a story about Stick Dog. Today, Stick Dog is trying to take the donut. Do you want me to read it? So, I will read it. All right. I will read chapter 1. Do you wanna hear me read it? Thanks. I will read. Chapter 1. Karen may lose her mind. It was early in the morning at Picasso Park, and Poo was doing what he does best. He was running into something head first. Some broom! One more time, Kevin, the dance shop sent to Poo. One more time you should do it. Poo, the poodle, lowered his head a third time and took aim at Kevin's favorite garbage can. He built speed quickly over a few strides and struck the metal can right in the center. Thump! Crash! The garbage can fell onto its side, spilling its contents on the ground. Quickly, Stick Dog, Stripes, and Mutt joined Karen to examine everything that poured out. After rubbing his head against the cool, dew-covered grass, Poo joined them too. Thanks, Poo, Karen said as she sifted through the trash. Nobody can hit things with their head like you. Well, I certainly love doing it, Poo said proudly, a bold and acknowledgement. I've always wondered why you love hitting things with your head so much, Matt said. He stepped carefully through the contents of the now top garbage can. It must be terribly painful. Oh, it is, replied Poo. It hurts like dickens. I've run into trees, cars, and all kinds of other things on purpose. Sometimes over and over again. And man, it's just an acting, searching pain every time I do it. Stripe and damnation. Listen to all this while she turned over some old newspaper to see if there was any food underneath. There wasn't, she asked. Then why do you do it, Poo? Poo answered, because it feels so good when I stop. That's why. Nothing the world feels better than when you stop bashing your head into something over and over again. The thumping, throbbing pain slowly subsides. That feeling of not hurting myself is, well, worth it. Stick Dog now looked at Poo. He had to confirm what he had just heard. So, you hit your head on purpose because it feels so good to stop hitting your head on purpose? Exactly. That makes sense, said Stripe. Sure does, Karen added. But after tucking a broken pencil into his fur for safekeeping, agreed to. I understand. Stick Dog friendly. Didn't know what to say, so he decided not to say anything and changed the subject. What do we have? Asked Stick Dog. Anybody find any? It had been a tough few days for the 5 dogs. They had only had creek water to drink and berries to eat. Their usual spots for food had been particularly unlucky lately. Nobody had grilled at the park in days. It was autumn, and the small humans were back in school. That means there weren't any food vendors, hot dog carts, ice cream trucks, or churro wagons roaming around the neighborhood looking for hungry humans. It also meant fewer kids played in park, leaving fewer tasty scrapes in the garbage can. Stick Dog and his 4 friends had come to Karen's favorite garbage can almost a last resort. She always had good luck here, and on many occasions, she had found all-time favorite treat, barbecue potato chips. Karen looked up at Stick Dog. "Nothing," she said dejectedly. "There's nothing here." Stripe and Poo-Poo concerned, but Matt did not. "What do you mean, nothing?" he asked. He was clearly surprised at Karen's answer and disappointed. He quickly poured out for a tin for the pile of garbage on the ground. "Look at all this stuff! Here's an old glove and shoestring, a long, rusty nail. It's still sharp. And here is a crushed plastic water bottle." "She means there's nothing to eat, Matt," Stick Dog explained. "I beg to differ," Matt said. He raised his eyebrow and picked up the glove with his mouth. He turned to Stick Dog and began to chew the glove's thumb and nodded his head. "I mean nothing traditional to eat," Stick Dog explained further. At this, Matt dropped the glove and picked up the water bottle. Again, he began to chew and nod. Stick Dog smiled. "Food, Matt, food! We are looking for food, not just stuff we can chew on." Stripe, Karen, and Poo-Poo all turned to Stick Dog. Matt tucked the plastic bottle, new shoestring, and old glove into his fur to save for later. "I don't know, guys," Stick Dog said honestly. "I don't know what we are going to do. I guess we could go look for some more berries. We will have to swim across the creek. We pick every last berry on the side. If I eat one more berry, I think I'm going to lose it." Kevin said. "Lose what?" asked Matt. "Lose the berry?" "It's an expression," Kevin signed. "It means like lose your mind." "Huh?" asked Matt. He was trying his best to understand. "How can you lose your mind? It's not like an old sock or a frisbee. You don't put your mind somewhere and walk away and forget where you left it." Now Shry was interested. "Yeah, Karen, if your brain is in a separate location with not it be thinking, where's my body? I should go find it. I think what Karen trying to say is offered TikTok, but he was interrupted by Coco. I've lost my mind a lot, he said matter of factly. I can't remember how many times for some reason, but it is a big number. I think when I bang head first into something extra hard, I can even think sometimes. I mean, I don't know where I am. I don't recognize anything around me. It's just blank. Totally blank. So I think you can lose your mind. I've done it. It's just an expression, Karen repeated. I just don't want any more berries, that's all. Who said anything about berries? Poo-Poo asked. TikTok did, just now, answered Karen. Oh, Poo-Poo responded, and he looked suddenly. Wait, what were we talking about? TikTok said, and then, I was talking about looking for berries to eat, he said. Then Karen, but at that exact moment, TikTok was interrupted. He was not interrupted by one of his friends. A sound rang out from beyond Picasso Park. Bash! Clang! And now, Chapter 1 at the end. So, I will say goodbye to you and see you next chapter tomorrow. Goodbye. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and ring the bell for me. Alright, so I will say goodbye another time.